Welcome to the Smarketing Show, hosted by award-winning B2B sales performance coach Rick Lambert, who has been selected by many of the world's most recognized companies to help them market and sell to win. Let's join Rick now.
Hey, welcome to the Smarketing Show. We're so excited this week. We've got the one and only, the marketing queen from Windstream Wholesale, Beth Ann Kilberg-Walsh, affectionately known to me as BA. Welcome, BA.
Hello, and thank you for that warm welcome, Melissa. I greatly appreciate it.
And why are we all in purple? Is this coincidental, or tell me about that?
No, the purple is one of the main colors in our Windstream Wholesale rebrand, and we're very excited. We gravitated towards that color, and everybody is wanting to be a part of this show.
Everybody wanting. Sorry, I was told to wear purple today, and I think my purple looks like I washed it with the reds a few times. But anyway.
Yeah, you got to get with the program like Melissa and I, but you don't look bad, Rick. You don't look bad at all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And for those that don't know our guests today, you're in for a treat. Beth Ann, I've known for many years. She was a senior official with Xerox on the marketing side, ran national programs, I think touched globally as well. And now sits in a marketing leadership role with a great company called Windstream Wholesale. And, you know, a lot of the customers, Melissa, we talked to, and BA, we spoke before, you know, you're a business owner, business leader, and, you know, you don't realize that people are seeing you in the same outfit all the time, and you need something to signify that there's a new energy, maybe a new offering, a new value proposition. And I was hoping today you could walk through what you folks did at Windstream Wholesale, because you guys have won awards, you've been nominated for awards, and just break it down for those that are thinking to themselves, hey, what is a rebrand and why would I do it?
Absolutely. I'm excited to share it with you guys and, of course, others that are listening in.
So first question is, why did you guys rebrand? Like at some point there had to be a meeting somewhere or sometime, and you looked at each other and said, hey, you know, maybe we need to refresh the the flowers on the countertop.
Yeah, that's a great question. And a lot of folks have asked us that as well, Rick. And, you know, the simple answer is it was time. It was time. We have done, our business unit at Windstream Wholesale has been going through a lot of change. We've had a lot of growth. We've been expanding our network at a steady pace, becoming that optical technology leader, and continuing to engage with strategic partners that make us even stronger. But our logo, our previous logo, it didn't really represent who we were or who we're becoming. Yeah. Our previous logo, it didn't evoke any emotion. You know, you talk about emotion a lot with a brand, and it really didn't. Or if it did, it had the emotion of old, tired, and slow. Not at all the Windstream Wholesale that our customers and the market were hearing about. So as I mentioned, we were moving very, very fast at a fast pace with our network expansions, becoming that industry leader and building flexible partnerships. And we started using a new, yes, I'm going to say the F words, Melissa, a fast and flexible approach. In other words, as I just said, it was time. It was time that we look different, and it's time, to be different. So our customers in the market.
Maybe make some waves.
We make a lot of waves, Melissa. Of course. Yes.
Well, you know, BA, you work with a great team that's innovative, and, you know, I don't work directly with you. I know Melissa and some members of our team do, but, you know, for those watching right now, you know, you started with a logo, and we will have shown that when you were talking there, guys, but you took it to a whole other level. And I think a lot of companies, you know, coming out of, we'll call it COVID, I know that's history for many, but I think this new digital transformation is happening everywhere with new stories, and the energy I think you brought was so much more than a logo. Are you okay talking about kind of the different pieces that you included? Because you guys are a big corporation. You're not just an SMB, I would call you guys. So to move all the pieces on the table, there's a little bit of effort and strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a lot of effort. And I will talk about all of the different brand assets. But I also have to say our business unit for Windstream Wholesale is like a small boutique company. And with that comes empowerment. Mm-hmm. It comes a lot more collaboration because we're smaller. we're more nimble, we're flexible, and we can make those decisions fairly quickly with leaders that are readily available and approachable to help and collaborate and make those decisions. And because of that, we were able to do that in a quicker fashion, maybe than some larger companies. And because of our business unit size, the brand assets that we had created were, of course, our logo, which for some, it's just an update. But for us, we actually added a graphical element. So it wasn't just the text. We actually added a very colorful and graphical element. So that was very, very exciting. We created a video story. We had a press release, and we also created social assets on LinkedIn and on Twitter. But we didn't stop there. So before I keep going, are you cool with that? That I keep going?
Yeah, please keep going, because it was so exciting.
This conversation, like, a lot of people don't know, like, I'm a business owner, I'm happy with my logo, but I don't realize, and candidly, a lot of people internally say, hey, we need to refresh our logo, but I'm the one holding on to the old school. And I really just admire what you and the leadership team did. So yeah, I think it's important to break down what you did, the thinking behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we definitely, because of that fast and flexible approach and culture that we had established, we wanted our new rebrand to really evoke that emotion. So that's where we brought in color. So yes, purple is one of the 4 colors that we added, but we also added the graphical element of the W. It wasn't just the words Windstream Wholesale. And that Windstream Wholesale symbol really symbolizes fluidity and motion. That's what we're doing all day, every day. It represents, Melissa said this earlier, waves. We sell waves. So let's have a little bit of fun with it. And the W represents wavelengths, which again is an offering that we sell. It also, at the top of the W, there's, of course, each pier of the W, or each point, I should say. And that represents really our 3 pillars of our strategy: the network expansions, the technology leadership, and also the flexible partnerships. So there's a lot of meaning behind that W, not just colorful, not just the words Windstream Wholesale, but it's more modern. It feels more tech savvy. It feels approachable.
No, totally.
I agree.
And so you've got a very experienced and professional, I'll call it sales force. You've got engineers, you've got like a real team environment. And I'm just wondering, as you created the new brand, new vibe, how did you kind of announce that, launch it to them? So, because what I saw coming out of the end, and I saw the stuff in the oven we were making for you guys along the way and whatever, but I saw it come out the end to your people. And I thought the way you folks did it was really original. Maybe you could speak to kind of, because a lot of the old schoolers might be like, hey, why do we need a new logo? Like, I'm happy with my golf shirt with the old W on it,
Yeah. So as I said, the old brand didn't really represent who we were and who we were also becoming, right? But the actual launch of the rebrand was something that I will never forget. It was probably one of the best experiences that I've had throughout my career. Didn't start my career yesterday. So that's saying a lot. But one of the things that we decided on was we were going to launch this at our sales kickoff. So there was a live event. Our entire business unit was there in Orlando. We had many senior leaders, from our chief revenue officer to our president to our CEO, and the entire business unit in a room. Just imagine lights going down. Nobody has a clue. We kept this very confidential, and the team did a phenomenal job at that. But the lights go down, the video starts playing with music, and the video story unveils this new rebrand. The people in the audience had no idea. Their faces were just beautiful. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect.
It was.
And then the balloons came down, the dramatic music, but it didn't stop there. When the general session and the video ended, the doors opened, and outside of the hotel in the hallways, we actually had done a quick transition of all of the signage from the old brand to the new brand. People were in awe. They were embracing it. They were excited. They were passionate. I could keep going. So that was the live event. We were fortunate that we were able to do that, because in many cases, you don't have a live event to do the unveiling of the rebrand. But in parallel, we also had a press release. We also had social activity through LinkedIn and through Twitter. We also internal, so that's external to the marketplace. We were very excited, but also you can't forget, and this is very important for those thinking about doing a rebrand or just creating your brand, make sure that you're also communicating internally to your employees. Employees also have to really embrace this change. You have to get the employees excited, of course, along with the marketplace. And so we communicated on our intranet, on our platform, and communicated to the entire employees of Windstream, and got the excitement going that way as well.
I agree. And you know what? I mean, I had the privilege of being there and witnessing that and the passion. And I've been to a lot of live events with Rick, and I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. And
they were cheering.
They were cheering. It was
like
crazy.
A sporting event. And if you're watching, we're showing some clips probably of it now or have, but it was amazing. It was. And the transition in the halls, because for a couple of days they had already been looking at the old brand, and then now it's all new. And you know, to your point, BA, of just getting the buy-in from the internal people, right? Before you launched it externally. And I thought that was so wise and so well done.
Yeah, thank you. And the collaboration that was done internally, and the alignment and the buy-in, as you just mentioned, Melissa, very important whenever you're doing something this big, because then you do get everybody embracing it, everybody excited, and internal is just as important as your external.
Absolutely. And I think they had time to absorb it, right? Because it didn't go externally for a week or two after. And so they could fully absorb it, because they were all like, whoa, what's just happened? You know?
Yeah. So true. Very excited.
And you guys had the passion and the purpose and the purple all behind it.
What about customers? Like, you know, there's probably people, BA, and you've been in marketing a long time, been very successful. I think you're creative, you push the edge. Sometimes you're over the edge, you come back quickly. But I mean that in a very positive way, like you're not a traditional thinker, which I think makes you unique. What about customers? Like, did you know, I saw the energy in your people even after the event, like on social and all that kind of stuff. What was the reaction to customers? Like, did they see you differently? Like, what was the business impact, if I could call it that?
Yeah, so the feedback has hands down been so positive. The customers have been saying, oh my gosh, this is great. How did you do this? Where did you do this, etc. It's just been really, really positive. And, you know, we chuckle about the purple. I'm wearing purple, you're wearing purple, Melissa's wearing purple, but
I tried.
That purple, right, I didn't want to call that out.
Purplish.
Purple, it does stand out. You know, it is unique, it is memorable. And we came from a show recently. There's a show called ITW, which is one of the major shows in the telecom industry. And we all had the purple shirts, the entire room, you know, our assets were all purple. We were wearing purple Chuck Taylors. So everybody had that. And it's that color, it's being different that we can all grab onto, that the customers remember. Back to your question about what have they thought? Everybody wants our swag. I was like, purple, I'm okay in purple. Maybe some of my colleagues are okay in purple. Everybody wants the purple shirt. Everybody wants the purple swag. How can I get the purple swag? And it's like, then you know, when your customers are asking for that unique color swag, it's working, it's positive. But most importantly, on the business side, yes, we're having some fun with it, but also this new rebrand has opened many conversations. It's opened many doors, because the social activity that we are having out there, everybody wants to know, what is this chatter that Windstream Wholesale has created?
Absolutely.
We had a chance early in our relationship with you folks to work with your people a little bit on their LinkedIn, and you guys have just taken that exponentially. And I can't imagine if I was a customer today versus, let's say, a year ago or whatever, I would look at you guys much differently right now in terms of just what you're communicating as an organization. I think so many companies coming out of, we've been through, have a new story to tell. And I think it's hard to tell that story in the same outfit with the same haircut, showing up with, the same. So I just think rebranding, a lot of business leaders, they maybe overcomplicate it, or they just don't do it. And I think you really got to ask yourself. We're going through a rebranding just confidentially.
Not confidential anymore.
But anyway, I succumbed to it because I saw, primarily what you've done. We've done with some other people, and people go, yeah, but I got to put logos on my trucks and I got to do all this stuff. Well, I think through the customer's eye, I just really admire what you folks have done. And I think you guys have been recognized through third-party awards. I know you've been nominated for some opportunities as well. So I just think what you've done is great.
Yeah, thank you. But, all of that work, first of all, I'm very proud that we've done a great job of the rebrand. Yes, that customers are noticing, that employees are truly embracing this and excited about it. And they're asking, how did you do it? And a couple of things, the collaboration, which we talked about earlier, was very, very key. The alignment was very, very key. But you also have to have some great partners. And we're very, very fortunate with working with the Into Communications team and having partners, yes, the company overall, but two special individuals, Melissa, of course, you, and also the creative director in Devon. And we couldn't have done that without having trust and respect for that partnership. So I share with everybody, whomever you might be working with, make sure that you engage with the right partner, because we could have been working on this for over a year. We could have been. And many companies do that. But you keep, putting the recipe, putting another ingredient in to have the perfect recipe, And then what happens? You never get out there on the market. We collaborated, we aligned, and we also executed and agreed on that. And it's out in the market, and very excited and proud of it versus just discussing and talking. So that made a huge difference. And I thank your team.
Yeah, no, it's I'm so proud of our people, and I know you work with Melissa and Devin, and there's others, our video team that did work, and design team. I mean, I just think, BA, you were a really good shepherd for us, and because whenever you work with a company, there's always parameters the company wants to deal with, and sometimes we're over the edge too. But I just encourage people, if they're thinking about a rebrand, whether it's through us or somebody else, the more we can see ourselves through our customers' eyes, I think we're going to be better for both. And that's why I was excited to have you on today to talk about rebranding, because it's a popular thing and people want to come up with a new story or new service, but maybe you need to re-enter the market with a fresh vibe, and it's well beyond a logo. And you folks, I thought, did it, from end to end. And that's why I say awards. You guys been nominated. You're running for some big awards right now in a big industry. That telecom industry, it's not easy to be, selected. So,
but they truly are the best in the business.
Yes, we are.
You are.
That's the award.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm not just saying that because we're sitting on the Smarketing show together. Honestly, you're a great partner to work with. We've had fun. We have fun. We get each other, and it's just been a delight to get to know you more and to work with your company, BA. So thank you for sharing with us.
Thanks for joining us today and sharing. I hope people take away, if nothing else, that they can do it too, and that maybe it's time to take a second look at your wardrobe and think, okay, am I putting on the same thing again to meet with somebody who tell them a new story? But anyway,
unless it's purple, Rick. Unless it's purple.
Take a chance.
Yes, take a chance. Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, BA, for being on the Smarketing show, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for having me. Take care, guys, and thanks again.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Smarketing Show. If you enjoyed today's show, please like, share, and subscribe to get the latest B2B insights to help you market and sell to win.